Right. Hello, Srinidhi. Welcome to our Q&A session.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
May I know your good name, please?
My name's Nathan.
Hi, Nathan. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too as well. So yes, how can I help you today? What questions have you got?
I just had some very just to briefly introduce myself, I work as a fundraising officer for Zebra Access. We are based in Birmingham, Wolverhampton, and we are a charity that works for the welfare of the deaf and hard of hearing people. We provide services to them. So since I'm the fundraising officer, I am looking into diversifying our income so that we can deliver more impact to our community. So yes, I just had a few questions. Firstly, about how can I register myself? I know one of our previous project managers had registered on the website, but I do not have access to that page as of now. So since I have been appointed now and I really want to start on it again, so how do I go about it? Or do we need the previous login credentials for it?
So if you've got the username to the previous login credentials, then what you can do is you can put the username in, and then you'll get an email with a login link. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you haven't got that, then if you just email us from an official email address, and then we,
Okay.
we can just confirm the credentials to that, and then we'll add you to the account. So that's no probs.
Okay. So I just have to email from my official email address
That's right.
and ask for the credentials.
That's right. And then we'll do some checking on our side, and then everything checks out. Then we'll just essentially add you to the account. One thing that you can do, in actual fact, in preparation, if you
Yes.
sign in or sign up as an individual fundraiser, and let me show you,
Yes.
let me show you what to do. Actually, I'll just share my screen, and I'll
Yes.
show you what to do.
Yes.
Right, so hopefully you can see the screen share here. So just in preparation, if you click sign up as an individual fundraiser, okay,
Okay.
put all of your details in, put your official Zebra Access email address in there. Now, what that does is that gets your information as a user in the system. And then
Okay.
after that, if you email us and say, um, can I have access to the Zebra Access account? Then we can assign that user to the Zebra Access accounts after we've done our checks. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Yes. So I will do that. So I will. I foremost need to ask my manager if he has got the details, the credentials from the previous person. If not, then I will take this route and reach out.
Yeah.
Um, my second question is regarding. So we need to set up a page, right, after we have signed up.
Well, I know Zebra Access from a long time ago. I know they've
Oh.
used us. Yeah, I know Zebra Access have used us in our previous branding, which was Golden Giving, and now People's Fundraising. So you will already have some pages, I'm assuming. Ah, you haven't, interesting enough.
Yes, I did look up, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, you know why? Because I haven't enabled any of these. Don't know what happened there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you have got quite a few things like Zebra Access, events. You got your main charity wall. This is you, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. That's right.
Yeah. So if I click down into that, you've got a standard what's called wall. So a wall shows all the different events that you, um, like raffles, auctions, lottery, gift voucher shops, you or your supporters have set up to support you. So it looks like you've done a few. You're using it primarily for donations and
Yes.
for events. Now you've also got a default hub, what's called hub. And so when a supporter comes to you and they say, look, we love what you're doing, we really want to set up a page to support you, you can send them to somewhere like the hub, and it shows all
Okay.
the different pages that me as an individual, community, or company can set up to support you. But if I
Okay.
decide I don't want to set up a page, it will then show all the different pages that you or your supporters have set up as well. Okay.
Okay.
Now you've also got a default donation page as well. And all of these are just, so look, you haven't been using it for a while.
Yes, that's quite some time now. 2 years.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got a lot of these things out of the box. Now you can also change the look as well. So do you want me to give you a bit of an overview of the platform?
Yes, that would be really helpful for me just because I'm planning to start setting up the page within this week. So I'll take notes from you, so it would be really helpful.
Okay. Right. Okay. So oh, that's good. So you got linked to us, which is good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'll give you a little bit of an overview, and then you can decide how you want to integrate and whatnot.
Okay.
Let's just check here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, okay, little 5 minute overview of who we are. So, we're People's Fundraising. We're a not for profit and we're a fundraising platform. And we support other not for profits raise money. And we have three differentiators compared to like other organizations like Just Giving or Eventbrite and Raffle All. So, the first one is the pricing. So we're either the lowest cost platform or very close to the lowest cost platform, depending what area of fundraising you're involved in. Okay, so Just Giving, I checked them the other day, and they default to a 17% tip. Can't believe it,
Yes.
which is
Yes. That's
mind
exorbitant.
yeah,
Yeah.
mind blowing. So, in terms of our fees on the unbranded service, our charge is 1.75 as opposed to 17%. I think what they did, they probably saw ours was 1.75 and they just moved the decimal.
They just do the decibel.
Yeah, I think that's what they did.
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
true that. That's exorbitant and that's insane amount.
I know, absolutely crazy. So anyway, we're 1.75. That's for donations. For other things like ticketed events and whatnot, we're 2.75. And again, if you look at things like Eventbrite, they're super expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if people give you cash, check, bank transfer, you can enter those into the system at no cost. So that means you've got like a donation platform or a raffle platform whereby you're doing online payments,
Okay.
Google Pay, Apple Pay, debit card, credit card, PayPal, direct debit. So you've got all of those online methods, but people are still giving you cash and check. So you've got one
Yeah.
system for all the payment methods. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're registered for gift aid, but we can also reclaim gift aid for you at no cost as well. So, as people gift aid, we will reclaim and the HMRC will transfer the money to you directly. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, also on our system, you can receive payouts every week, or sorry, every day or week, every 2 weeks or month, or you can just log into the platform and say, "Give us all of our money." Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're pretty good when it comes to money. Okay. Now, the second differentiator are the range of features that we provide. So, I think you're quite traditional when it comes to fundraising. Um,
Yes.
you're saying, do the cake bake marathon run style fundraise or make a donation to
Yeah.
us. Now,
Yes.
we know donation fatigue is a real phenomenon. That means when you're speaking to your supporters, and if the only thing you're doing is asking for donations, after a while they won't have the means or inclination to donate. And so
Yeah.
then what charities do, they say, well, why don't you run a marathon or walk up a mountain? And so we know at best only 20% of supporters do that because you're literally asking somebody to walk up a mountain, right?
Yes.
So on our platform, you can, yes, do donations in memory, individual and team fundraisers. So that's your traditional fundraising. But you
Hmm.
can also run raffles, tombolas, ticketed events, which you use,
Yeah.
memberships or sponsorships, auctions, lotteries, members' lotteries, gift vouchers, shops, pop ups, and live meetings. And so the practice here is that the more ways you offer your supporters to engage in your fundraising, the more money you generate. So
Yeah.
I'll put that in more practical terms. Some people may want to donate to you. Other people prefer to enter the raffle. Other
Yeah.
people prefer to enter the auction.
Oh,
Other people prefer to do a members lottery. Other people prefer to buy things from a
right.
contextual shop. But they're not necessarily the same person. But
Yeah.
you're offering multiple ways they can engage, and therefore you generate more money. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Now,
one question on the shops, if I may interrupt. I'm really sorry.
yeah, no,
We've also set up a page on Easy Fundraising, and they basically have a lot of brands under their belt. And then, if consumers purchase something and they wish to donate for a specific cause or a charity, and then the money comes, is it similar to that?
no,
If I,
no. That's like an affiliate scheme. So with Easy Fundraising, what you do is you do your Tesco's or Sainsbury's shopping
yeah.
from Easy Fundraising,
Hmm.
and Tesco's or Sainsbury's will give like Easy Fundraising maybe 10% of the money, and then they will then give you a couple of percent of that money they get from the supermarket. Okay, so
Okay.
this is not that. Contextual shops are used in two different ways. I mean, really good
Okay.
question, actually. Firstly, if you've got anything you want to sell, then you can sell it via a contextual shop.
Okay.
Okay, now the question is, what have you got to sell? I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe you're a charity and people within the charity created some art or something, and then you could
Hmm.
sell that art. Or maybe
Hmm.
you've got mugs and T-shirts and things like that, and you
Yeah.
can sell those things through the shop as
Hmm.
well. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
whatever you got to sell, you can sell it. You can sell it through shop, and you can have multiple different shops. So you can have
Yeah.
one shop that sells like the trinkets and sweatshirts and mugs that are zebra access
Yeah.
with logos on there, and you can have maybe another couple of shops whereby it's like this is the art or something that people who use zebra access has created, and why not buy some art type thing. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
I
that
get it.
yeah, that's one mode. Another mode is what's called. Let me just show you this one. This is really nice. So this is a branded platform. It's people's fundraising, but it's branded. I'll come on to that in a minute. But the
Okay.
reason I'm showing you this is they've got like a wish list for cats.
Business.
Okay, and now what this is a shop where you can buy all sorts of things for the cats, but it's in actual fact it's like making a donation. So it's not as though if I buy a 12-piece feather teaser cat toy, I'm going to get it. It's a more of an involved donation experience.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so use shops if you've got things to sell, but also use shops as like a wish list. So with your
Wish list.
with your sales, for example, you could have, instead of making a donation, maybe you've got things that your community or where your money would go to. So if you had £10, you would buy, a particular hearing aid device, or if you got £20, you would buy a particular educational experience or something, and then
Yeah.
allow people to buy those. Not that they'll receive it, but that's more
Yeah.
directed where the money will go. Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes. I got you.
yeah,
And about events, you also do events, right? So we have our anniversary coming up on 13th of September. It's the 20th anniversary, and it's a huge event. Now, if I want to endorse this event for donation on the website or on the page, is it possible for me to do it through
yeah,
the events section?
yeah. So, and actually, about take that. So, is it a physical event?
Yeah, it's a physical event. It's happening in Wolverhampton.
Okay,
um
all right.
yes.
One of the key things of our platform is that it offers lots of different ways of generating fundraising income. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to give you a or a fundraising journey that involves about 8 different income streams related
Hmm.
to your events, and you don't even need to ask anyone for a donation, right?
Okay.
So get this. So, for example, you could sell tickets for your physical event. It could be individual tickets, group tickets, etc. So that's one revenue stream. At the
Yeah.
same time, you can set up a raffle and an auction. So people can buy the raffle tickets before and you'll draw it at the event. So that's the second
Yeah.
revenue stream.
Yeah.
People can bid on items on the auction, and bidding can end at the physical events. That's a third revenue stream, right? I mean,
Yes.
whatever you do, definitely do those three. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, For people who can't attend the physical event, you can
Hmm.
live stream it with a live meeting. So that's important for two reasons. So, firstly, sometimes people could just can't attend the event, or maybe the event capacity has been reached, but people
Yeah.
still want to see what's happening. So you can live stream it, generate income with a live meeting. So that's a
Yeah.
fourth revenue stream. You
Yeah.
can then take the recording of that. Maybe you could edit the highlights and then you could sell it via a shop. That's a fifth revenue stream. Maybe you could take the raw footage and maybe put it up on your YouTube channel, but you want to monetize it, right? So you
Yeah.
could put a QR code to a members lottery on there as well. So that's a sixth revenue
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Now, you could have also sold memberships, so memberships to Zebra Access beforehand, and that'll be a seventh revenue stream. And then people with memberships can buy things like event tickets and
Yeah.
things from the shop and live meetings at a reduced cost. So again, that's a
Yeah.
seventh revenue stream.
Yeah.
Now, when you're running your physical event, maybe you've got some partners, maybe you've got a partner who provides the food and you've got another
Yeah.
partner who provides the premises. What you can
Yeah.
say on our platform is, look, we're going to generate income via ticket sales, raffle ticket sales, and auctions. Instead of us giving you money, what we'll do is we will split the income with you. So you can say to maybe the partner who provides the food, we're going to give you 10% of income from these things. And the one who provides the premises like 20%. And then as people are buying event tickets, raffles, and auctions, the system will allocate the 10, 20, and 70 and pay the parties respectively, right?
Oh, okay.
So what it also does, what I'm talking about here is it
Yeah.
also opens up you engaging with communities and companies that they can generate income, either cover their costs or generate profit with through interactions with yourself.
Yes.
You know, so that's
Yes.
like 8 different revenue streams, and you've not even asked
Yes.
anyone for donations.
Yes.
You know,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
isn't it?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
got quite a lot of idea on it now. So once I set up the page, I will look into it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so I've just spoken about the different tools that you've got, and
Yeah.
and for your physical event, that the experience I've just talked about is beautiful. People will be so surprised and so
Yeah.
engaged, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the other thing as well, I'm not sure if you're here, you're at this space. We also offer this fully branded service. Okay. Now,
Okay.
what the fully branded service is, it is people's fundraising functionally, but the end-to-end user experience is that of your own charity. So again, this is Sheffield Cats.
Okay.
Okay, like if we go to their website, um, can you see we're on Sheffield Cats website now? This is not us.
Okay.
We go to make a donation, and you still think you're on Sheffield Cats, but we're actually on the fundraising page.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
and like they've got they've just started to use this. So we're on their website. We go to say the
Yeah.
wish list, and now we're on their wish list. So the fully branded platform is important for two reasons. Firstly, when you're on your website, for example, and
Yeah.
you click donate, it will be better for brand recognition and trust for people to go to a page that looks exactly like Zebra Access. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, and also when you do things like, projects or campaigns, you should set a campaign up for each of these, by the way, and then
Yeah.
create fundraising pages for each of these campaigns. That's exactly
Yeah.
what you should do. Okay, so there should be
Yeah.
a Deaf Fest campaign, and you create raffles, auctions, lotteries for that. There should be a Deaf Hub with its own dedicated donation page and things like that, right? But
Yeah.
sorry, I went off track there. The second reason why branding is really important is that you primarily communicate with your supporters via your social media channels, right? So be it X, or let's see if we can get to Facebook, or Facebook. So you're communicating with your supporters via these channels. You're talking about all the amazing things that you're doing, and like in this case, for example, you're talking about all the amazing things that you're doing. You say, grab tickets now. Instead of going to an Eventbrite page,
Yeah.
by the way, you should use, even if you didn't go for a branded platform, you should use people's fundraising because you're paying too much money for this, right? Right.
Yes. Yes.
So you click on, buy tickets. instead of going to a generic, inexpensive Eventbrite page, you go to a page that looks exactly like your website. It reinforces your brand, it reinforces trust. People make the purchase, and then they come straight back to the conversational channel again. So at no
Yeah.
point have they actually ever gone to your website,
Yeah.
right? So yeah,
Yeah.
the branded platform is really quite useful. But I don't know if you're there in terms of fundraising income generation, but it's there
Yeah.
as a next step. But
Yeah.
your default people's fundraising, um, yeah, definitely use all the tools. Definitely swap out things like Eventbrite because you're just paying too much money for it.
That I agree. Yes,
Yeah.
the Eventbrite is pretty expensive. I agree. So the page that you're talking about, the integrated brand page, so do we have a process for it? Like, how do we turn that page into,
Oh, I
like,
see what you mean.
you do it?
Okay, so the we call it a branded platform, and this is the
Yes.
unbranded platform. So
Yes.
the I'll just talk about the different costs actually, because there is a slight cost impact to it. Okay, so
Okay.
the cost of the unbranded is 1.75 for donations, 2.75 for everything else. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the cost of a fully branded service, there's no cost to set up. So we work with you at no cost to set up. And the basic fees, instead of 1.75, they're essentially 2.75 to 2.9%. Okay.
Okay.
So it's about a percent uplift in fees. But still, that's less than a Just Giving account. Still, that's less
Yes.
than an Eventbrite account. Now,
Yes.
the
Yes.
only other thing to consider is that your fully branded service sits in its own what's called Amazon Web Services hosting, and so
Okay.
you own that Amazon Web Services hosting environment, and that's a charge to you. Now,
Okay.
Amazon give charities $1,000 a year for hosting,
Okay.
although
Hmm.
you need to get that from a charity in the UK called Charity Digital, and they charge £80. So essentially, the hosting costs, it works out about £6 a month for the hosting. So paraphrasing it, the fully branded platform is free to set up, but
Hmm.
the transaction fees go up by about a percent, and also
Okay.
you've got this it works out at £6 a month for hosting.
£6 a month for hosting.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
um,
We'll look into it.
yeah. But yeah, you've got all of those options. Would you like me to go into any particular tool at all?
No, you've cleared quite a lot of my doubts, but I just would want to know some more tips, like to enhance the page. So when you click on the People Fundraising Donate Now page on Zebra Access's website, um, one of my key concern is to just attract, because you can see the last donation that was done was 2 years ago in 2023.
Yeah.
Ever since then we have not had any sort of donations come in through the page. So do you have any tips that you would recommend or suggest, besides everything else that you have suggested and spoken about,
Yeah,
that we should to enhance it?
yeah. So firstly, you won't get any donations really through this.
Yeah.
Now, unless when you're going out and you're speaking with your supporters, unless you are like what you've done here, you need to go out, communicate with your supporters about, again, our amazing Zebra Access team and staff and what you do, and then you point them to the fundraising ask. So you haven't been doing that and sending them to a donation page for the last 2 years, and that's why people haven't donated, because it's rare that people come to your website and then press donate, um,
Yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense. You're having conversations with your supporters, you know, on X, Instagram, YouTube, well, not YouTube so much, but Facebook, maybe face to face, email distributions, WhatsApp. They're all conversational channels. And that's where you need to be saying, we're doing this cool thing. Do you want to make a donation? Or
Yeah.
we got the, our anniversary coming up. do you want to buy some tickets? Or we're also doing a raffle at the same time. Or if you don't like the raffle, you can do the auction. Or if you can't
Yeah.
turn up, then you can view it live with a live meeting. So
Yeah.
you need to, the primary thing is to understand that most of your interactions come through your conversational channels. And every time, not every time, but as you're talking about all the amazing things that you're doing, pass people to a interesting and relevant fundraising ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
the other thing is that here you've done really quite good with creating things as projects. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah.
go to Dev Hub, right, so it talks about this, and that's really cool. And
Yeah.
I want to get involved in Dev Hub, right, but you're not really allowing me to get involved. You're not
Yeah.
really allowing me to support Dev Hub. So what you can do on our platform as well, if I just log in and I'm going to go to your accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember Chris, actually.
Yes. Yes. Chris was a previous manager project.
Yeah. So everything should be campaign focused. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is
Okay.
a campaign? A campaign is an area of fundraising focus that you support. So let's call the campaign Deaf Hub,
Okay.
and let's talk about what it is, right? And
Yes.
there's a link to it. And is this a video? Oh, that's on Vimeo.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
That's a YouTube. Yeah.
yeah,
I hold it.
you
Yeah.
can link in YouTube videos, but unfortunately not Vimeo videos at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
right. So I'm going to create a campaign, and then I'm going to create what's called a campaign wall.
Okay.
Okay, and by the way, what are your colors? They're like purpley, aren't they?
Yes. It's black and white. Sorry. It's black and red now.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just change the theme for the time being. So what
That's fine.
what I'm doing now, I've created what's called a campaign wall, and I've just put it in this color. Okay. Now, what this is a page that specifically talks about the campaign itself and
Okay.
all the different ways I can support the campaign. Okay. So, for example, already I can give now to a Deaf Hub donation page. Right. So this already is enhancing what you've got here, because
Yes.
maybe I'm not interested in Deaf Fest, but I'm interested in Deaf Hub. I click on here and then I can go to a page where I can see all the different ways I can support Deaf Hub, not Deaf Fest, not something
Yes.
else, not Zebra Access in general, but specifically
That.
Hub. Okay. Now there's a lot of things on here that maybe are not applicable. So then what I can do is I can configure the wall,
Okay.
right? And I can turn off any content that's not applicable.
Okay.
And then I can turn on stuff that is applicable. So I want to show donation pages, and maybe I want to show fundraising pages.
Fundraising.
Maybe you're gonna set up a
Yeah.
raffle and a
That's it.
tombola and ticketed events for it. So I now
Yeah.
update, and I update this, and it's still got the share page on. It's still got the donate give
Yeah.
now, but what it will
Yeah.
show in a moment, I think my bandwidth has gone a bit skew with. Let's
Fine.
refresh that again. Okay, let's go to it from here. Right. Maybe I haven't turned on anything. Right. Anyway, what it would show, but it's normal
That's fine.
with demos like this. It will just show the things that I had specified to show. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So this specifically will show up on our website, right? Like under the Def Hub page.
Well, what you want to do here is you want to add something like here, and you want to say click here to see all the different ways that you can
Yeah.
get involved and fundraise for Deaf Hub. So you could have a Deaf Hub shop, you could have a raffle,
Mm.
you could have an auction. And so that means that all of your projects then become campaigns, which you've done
Yes.
already. You've specified and you've segmented them as campaigns in their own rights. Um,
Yes.
it's just that what you haven't done at the moment is you haven't given people specific ways of just fundraising for winter pressure,
Yes.
for
Yes.
example. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes
Okay. So,
sense.
by the way, this is returned now. So, can you see that only the things I want to show appear on the page,
Yes.
right? And so,
Yes.
if I created a raffle, if I created an auction specifically for Deaf Hub, it would just
Yes.
appear on this page now. And so, the other thing with this as well now is now you've split everything by campaigns. And then when you're chatting to people on social media, you've now got a lot more things to chat about. So you can now have a conversational stream that is, we're looking at Deaf Hub now, right? This is
Yeah.
what Deaf Hub does. And by the way, click here to see all the different ways you can support Deaf Hub. Or another conversation would be, we're holding a Hub raffle, or we've got a Deaf Hub shop, right? And
Yes.
so you create multiple different ways of fundraising. You've got the generic campaign page to say one, and then you've got just say four other ways of fundraising for Deaf Hub. That means as you're talking about Deaf Hub via your conversational channels, the fundraising ask isn't just make a donation, it's five different things to point people to keep their
Yeah.
interest up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So
Yes. Yes.
it's quite nice, isn't it? And then you can do things
Yes.
like, you can add your own content. So you can create launch page messages and add your own content. So I know this is not Deaf Hub, but just to show you an example. So
Yeah.
I can embed these into that page as well. So just show you quickly how to do it.
Yeah.
I can put that
Yeah.
there. Can I create that? Okay, I can do that. And now if I update this now,
Yeah.
I think I've got a lot going on in my network. That's why it's taking. Can you see? I've now
Yeah.
introduced this own content into the
Yeah.
page itself. So
Yeah.
what you can, strangely enough, what you can ultimately do is you can say, well, you know what? These page, especially when you've got your own branded platform, right? You can actually take off these sorts of pages, and then everything could be like in these pages themselves. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or you just keep these to fundraising, and content like this is a bit of context, and the pages appear as you set up fundraisers for them, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, in answer to your question, how else can you better do it? um, Develop your conversational channels, have more
Yeah.
interesting things to say, talk about not just who you are but your impact. So make sure that happens, and then segment everything as campaigns, and then give people different ways of supporting that campaign as well. Now
Yes.
if you want to go that extra step, do it in a branded platform.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Um, Yes, so I will definitely look into this and start working on it ASAP, because our CEO Bob, he was the one who insisted me to get on the call today and sort of engage with the Q&A so that I have a clear idea. So now, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot of ideas as to how I can go about it, how I can go about the page and the website. I'll definitely look into it and get going with raising funds.
Yeah, cool. By the way, just quick wins, by the way. So can you see you've now got at least two donation pages now, right?
Yes.
So we've created one for
Yes.
Deaf Hub and Zebra Access. So if I come here now, it still looks like a bit of people's fundraising page. So very quickly, I would just change the theme of this. So I think like the purple one looks at least a little bit better. This isn't obviously fully branded,
Yeah.
but at least if I'm now, I would also change that to take out people's fundraising. People don't need to
Yeah.
know it's people's fundraising, but it's good for us if you want to keep it there. But now,
Yeah.
if I click there, can you see it's a little bit more in the color scheme of Zebra Access?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
if you went for the fully branded service, then you would come to, like, so just say this is your website. So this is their website. Again, the network's slow. You'll click on donate, and they wouldn't even know they're off the website,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, make the use of
Okay.
themes if you're staying with people's fundraising. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. I will ensure to do that. All right. Then I will start first with setting up the page. First, I need to also send in the login credentials and figure that out, and then set up the page. Then I hear that you conduct the session every Wednesdays.
That's right. So we do this every Wednesday. I think maybe over the next week or so, because of summer holidays, we're not going to have it. I think maybe next week. But other
Yeah.
than that, it's every Wednesday for anyone who just wants to turn up. Summer holidays, there are just not many people around.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
if you have your own fully branded platform as well, we do something slightly different. Also, you can always, I mean, you can always attend the Wednesdays, but for the fully branded platform, we give 3 tranches of handover. So we spend
Okay.
a couple of hours with the back office team, and the question
Okay.
is, what data is generated from the platform? How do you get it out of the system and map into your CRM or accounts package? Okay.
Okay.
We also have a couple of hours for the front office team. And
Okay.
essentially, with the front office team, we say, okay, what tools have you got? And how can you use the tools? How can you segment things by campaigns and things like that? So that's the front office team. But we also
Okay.
give what's called a fundraising accelerator
Okay.
session, and that's 4 hours. It's about 4 hours, and we
Okay.
sit down with yourselves and the primary fundraising stakeholders. So it could be anyone from the CEO down to volunteers, and we essentially say, what are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats when it comes to fundraising? Who are your individual community and company fundraisers? How do you communicate with them? What are your current fundraising asks? So once
Okay.
we've identified that and maybe dug a little bit deeper into that, then we say, given this new super cool fundraising platform with all of these new tools, how can you now best engage your individuals, community, and company fundraisers? Okay,
Yes.
and then we finish
Yes.
the day helping you define actions and goals. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's amazing. That's amazing.
that's all free
Oh,
as well. Should you want to go down the branded route?
oh, that definitely. I'll reach out in case. Thank you so much, then Nathan. Was thank you so much for the session. I mean, it was very informative. I learned a lot, and now I'm looking forward to set up the page and see how it goes. And I'll reach out as and when if I get stuck anywhere, if that's all right.
Yeah, no problem. So we're always here. Just give us a call or email, and somebody will get
Yes,
back to you as soon as possible.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right, no problems. Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you. Bye.